The Pat Boone Show, Sundays at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on CRN Digital Talk.
Yes, that's right. You're listening to the Original Sports Show, and I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the Big OG, baby, on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Yeah, we are bumping up in here, having a ball. We're going into our last segment here, and we're talking to the super editor, Ken Miller. Let's go ahead and bring Ken Miller back on the air, and we're going to go ahead and finish this conversation on the big fight tonight, the Cinco de Mayo battle between Floyd Money Mayweather and Miguel Cotto. And Ken, are you out there?
I am.
I just have one question for you here. You know, looking at this purse here. Okay, Floyd Mayweather's $32 million purse, biggest in boxing history since 1997, since Mike Tyson, Holyfield, and I'm looking at Cotto's purse and it's $8 million. Is Mayweather really 4 times as much worthy as 4 times worth as much as Cotto, or is it just that's his going rate?
No, if you look at Miguel Cotto, if he was fighting anybody else, he'd be fighting to get $3 or $5 million.
Uh-huh.
So the mere fact that he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, he's getting double, almost double, than what he would get had he been fighting any other opponent. Floyd Mayweather dictates all of the purse distribution because he's the meal ticket. He's boxing's premier superstar. He, along with Manny Pacquiao. The difference between Mayweather and Pacquiao, obviously, is that Pacquiao has Bob Arum doing most of his negotiation for him. And while some people scoff at that and often put Bob Arum in the class with Don King, I really think that Bob Arum is in a class of his own. When you look at what Bob Arum has done in the sport of boxing, you go back to Muhammad Ali, you can obviously think of what he did for Oscar De La Hoya, what he did for Floyd Mayweather, and what he's now doing for Manny Pacquiao. I don't think it's any question about Bob Arum being the undisputed king of all boxing promoters.
Where does Floyd Mayweather stand in modern era boxing, in your opinion? I mean, compare him to the Sugar Rays, compare him to the Durans. And in the modern era, you know, looking at him, who's a peer? I mean, what peers does he have? Because he's done nothing but win, in my perspective. And I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves. But in your expertise, where does Floyd Money Mayweather stand among the greats?
I think he's got to be right there with, he may be number one, in my opinion. People say he didn't fight the level of fighters that they fought during that time. You had Hagler, Leonard, and Hearn, that trio going at it, and they were the marquee fighters during that era. But I think that Floyd Mayweather's signature fight was the Diego Corrales fight, the late Diego Corrales fight. He just obliterated Diego Corrales. He beat Oscar De La Hoya. He beat Shane Mosley. He has single-handedly dethroned everyone who's been put in front of him. So I think if you were to have that, it's safe to say, if we're just talking all fighters, obviously Mike Tyson would certainly be in that category. But I think in this modern day era, I think he's certainly in the top 5. And right now, I think he's numero uno.
Hey, Ken, thank you so much for calling the show, buddy. I really appreciate your expertise. Where are you watching the fight tonight, my man?
Well, you know, I've been in Houston for almost 10 days now. I'll be in Houston tonight. I leave here and go to D.C. tomorrow. So I'm going to find someplace out here to go and watch Floyd do his thing. And thank God I don't have to plug down the $59.95 to do it. I've always been able to evade those things. I had a potential to be there at the fight. It's unfortunately that, that I can't make it there, but got to do what I got to do to pay the bills, you understand?
That's right. Hey, Ken, thank you so much for joining us on the Original Sports Show, my man. We're going to stay in tune with you. Have a great week, man.
All right, you're my guy, Lee. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And thank you for listening to the Original Sports Show. We had such a ball today, spitting sports fire on the Original Sports Show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Bighorn Productions, we will be back next week. OG out. Holla. Ooh-wee. Booyah, and shut the front door, baby. What?